welcome to the Movie Review Mom YouTube channel. If you're brand new to this channel, yay, you're finally here. I've been waiting for you. And if you're a returning subscriber, yay, thank you so much for coming back. My subscribers already know that my goal is to save you time and money by giving you the scoop on filmmaking quality and content, so you can decide whether or not you want to watch a particular movie. So today, the film I'm reviewing is called "'Tis the Season to Be Irish." The film is rated TVG. It's an hour and 30 minutes. So my overall movie review mom grade is a B-. This holiday special is playing, what does it sound like? Yes, on the Hallmark channel. First, I'm going to give you an overview in a nutshell. Then I'll point out things I liked, things I didn't like, tips for parents, themes worth talking about, funny lines, interesting lines, and we'll finish up with recommendations for other films that you might also really like. But first, let me introduce you to a product that has to do with the film. You can find the link on Amazon in the description below to this really cool cookbook. It's called the Complete Irish Pub Cookbook. So when I was in Ireland, I ate at a lot of pubs, and the food is just awesome and fun. So I think you might get a kick out of that, especially if you like this movie, or if you're Irish or Irish American or an American who loves Ireland. Anyway, back to the movie. So first, in a nutshell, the story is about an American real estate flipper who buys a cottage in Ireland, sight unseen. Always a good idea, right? It's no surprise that the property is in complete disrepair and under control of the Irish realtor who sold it to her, who's also the preservationist and in charge of local laws and almost everything else in town. The film was directed by Leslie Dimitriades. Screenwriting credits go to Joey Botkin. By the way, there's a really fun Irish drama miniseries called Botkin. Anyway, check that one out too. Not related to this movie. Anyway, quick tips for parents. I think kids are going to be bored. It's about real estate and romance. There is a widow who talks about spreading her deceased husband's ashes, and kids might not know what that is or be grossed out by that. There's no profanity, so yay. Some of the themes that are illustrated very well are magic, real estate, Ireland, loneliness, taking the plunge into a relationship, preserving legacy, and finding your true home. Now, there's a long list of things I really liked about this. First of all, the leading lady's name is Rose, which happens to be a symbol of Ireland, which is cute and super hallmarky. They always love to play with names like that. She's played by Fiona Gubelman, and she has such a pretty smile. I really enjoyed her. Such a pleasant leading lady. The movie poster made me lean in to see if the leading man was Patrick Dempsey, because it sure looked like him. It's not. Instead, it's the Hallmark honey Ian Mackin. Other main cast members include the lovely Tara Egan Langley and Flavia Watson, who has a beautiful voice. We get to see some gorgeous cinematography and views of Ireland. Ireland is stunning. As I mentioned, I got to visit the Emerald Isle last summer for the very first time. I have ancestors from there, so visiting has been on my bucket list for years. In the movie, we learn about the country and its endearing traditions and wise sayings and cute accents. An adorable sheep named Lamb Hop wanders around the town for fun. Charming. The sheep's name in real life is Barbara Streisand. We learn about fairy trees and the legend that those who decorate theirs get one wish. So what would you wish for? Yes, 3 more wishes. That's what I'd be wishing for too. A cute calendar is gifted to the leading lady at the beginning of the movie, and it's a clever way to show us the passage of time as she kind of touches the calendar. You know, it's like an advent calendar kind of look. There's a funny conversation between the romantic leads about watching romantic comedies. She wants to watch Die Hard, which is a movie that some people insist qualifies as a Christmas movie, while others heatedly debate it as not. What do you think? We learn about several Irish foods. As I mentioned, when I was in Ireland last summer, we ate some delicious food in a bunch of quaint Irish pubs, and we see some of that in the movie. Now, onto the list of things that I didn't like or just simply wanted to give you the heads up on. First of all, Ian Macken's character is kind of a lying jerk. I wasn't super endeared to him, and I wondered why she was when she was financially affected by some of his dishonesty. Just saying. There are several inaccuracies. For example, we see a car driving on the right side of the road at the beginning of the movie, and then later correctly on the left side. Apparently, mistletoe rarely grows in Ireland, yet we see it on many trees, and it's sort of the subject of one of the scenes. We meet another character who's been renovating a house for many, many months, yet the leading lady is able to do it completely in an unrealistic 3 weeks. Yeah, if you've ever had construction done on your house, you know that how unrealistic that is. There are some awkward kisses. Like, come on, if this is a rom-com, I want to see some good kissing. And no, we don't really get any of that. Now, whenever I watch movies, I write down the funny lines and the interesting lines simply so you can get a taste for the dialogue. I have them all written on my written review on moviereviewmom.com, so you can check out my website. But I'll share some of them with you right now. So there's kind of a cute conversation, and it's it's spoken at the beginning of the film and then echoed towards the end of the movie. I always like that when movies circle back around and pick up some cute little thing. Anyway, so Rose says to the guy, the Irish guy that she meets, not realizing he's the realtor at the very beginning, and she says, "What brings you here?" And he says, "The Celts," because, he's Irish. But I'm bummed. Anyway, so she asks later on, she realizes that he's the realtor and he knows about her. And she says, wait, how do you know about me? And he says, we have this magical thing in Ireland. What's it called? A search engine. I Googled you, Rose. How'd you like my Irish accent there? And then now there's a sweet character named Sandy, and she meets Rose and she says, "Oh, what brought you to town?" And Rose says, "But poor decision making." I thought that was kind of funny. One cute line that Ian Macken's character says is, "I wish you a Merry Christmas." But yeah, there are a lot of punny lines and silly things like that. Not all of the humor lands. Anyway, then there were a lot of interesting lines too that speak to the themes of the movie and go and dig a little deeper. We hear Rose say, "Ireland is where wishes come true." And she repeats that because that's something that her mother taught her. So she goes to this little town where her mother lived and expressed such joy in being there. She's trying to figure out what's so great about this little town. One thing that Ian Macken says to her when she gets there, when the town, by the way, is called Dunclair, is, "You're in Dunclair now. There's no such thing as a stranger here." And I think that that's really sweet. Now, we went to some big cities like Dublin and didn't quite get that small town vibe when we were there, but we did see some other charming places where people were very friendly and willing to chat with us and teach us about their town. And I thought that was awesome. And here's a cute line. We hear a lot of Irish limericks and sayings, and I've always really liked them. For example, Ian Macken's character says, "May your home always be too small to hold all your friends." Okay, my Irish accent is terrible. And then another thing he says is, "In Ireland, the inevitable never happens and the unexpected constantly occurs." And so I just thought that some of those lines were cute. There were more lines, but I'll just give you two more. One is spoken by Mary O'Loughlin, and she says, "We must adventure in order to know where we truly belong." And I really liked that. I have wanderlust. In fact, I'm getting ready to go on a big trip, and I'm super excited about it. I love going to new places and exploring cultures and countries and architecture and language and music and all of that kind of stuff. And so I love that because it's so awesome to leave on vacation and go someplace new, but it's also so wonderful to come back home because that's where I belong, right? And then another line that is a big theme of the movie is spoken by Rose Walsh, again played by Fiona Gubelman, and she says, "The only failure is believing there's only one way to do things." And I really liked that too. All right, so let me share with you 3 Irish rom-com movies that are sort of similar that I think that you're also going to really like. And the links to these are in the description below if you're interested in seeing them. One is called Irish Wish, and it's cute. It's a rom-com. same kind of stuff, but we get to spend a lot of time in Ireland. And then the other two are much older ones, but they're also romances. And by the way, I'll queue up Irish Wish so that you can learn about that one in case that flew under your radar. The other two that I wanted to tell you about is one called Leap Year, starring Amy Adams from many years ago. And she goes to Ireland and it's very cute. She wears lots of green. And then another one is called Far and Away. Now, that one stars Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman, and they're an Irish couple immigrating to America. Much more of a dramatic movie, not a rom-com, but very well done and sweet and magical. All right, I hope you enjoy this if you watch it. If you do, comment down below. Let me know what you think. Hope you have a wonderful Christmas season, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.